Hey there, my name's Chris Winter and welcome to my fast Teachable tutorial for this year. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to get a Teachable website up and running so you can have your own course and launch it. We're going to try and do this in around about 10 minutes, so it's going to be relatively quick. But anyway, let's get started with Teachable. Now what I would highly recommend, guys, is that you work on your course at the same time as watching this video, even if you don't have any content yet. The reason for this is that it makes it so much easier to know exactly where all the buttons are, all of the different settings and things like that. And by the end of this short video, you'll have your course ready to add content to and looking great. Now, if you do want to work on your course at the same time as me, which is what I would highly recommend, I'll put a link in the description box below right under this video, which will take you to a free trial of Teachable. And that's one of the great things about Teachable compared to other course creation platforms is that you don't need to put in any credit card details to get started. You can pretty much design your website, create your courses, and do everything without putting any credit card details in. All you need to do is your email address at that link below, and you'll be good to go. So once you're on the free trial page, let's get started. Okay, so let's create our course, and the first thing we're going to do is put in our name and our email address so we can get paid, and then click Get Started. For this one, I'm going to go something basic, Chris Winter Tutorials. You can always change your school name or set up a custom domain name later. Once you're done, you can click Create New School. Next up, they're just going to ask you a few questions which you can quickly answer, and then you can click Enter My School. So you'll need to verify your email address. And then once that's done, you're here at your dashboard for your Teachable school. So this is essentially the back end or the brains of your website. And this is where you're going to be able to do all of the different things that you need to do to successfully run a course. So you can see that we have our dashboard. We also have our users who are people who are taking your courses. We have some information about your site. You'll also be able to see sales of people who've purchased your course, your email addresses and emails that you're going to be sending out, and then also settings. And then right here, we have a little option for courses, and this is where you're going to be able to create a new course, which we'll do in just a second. So let's create a course. Because this is a short tutorial, we'll just create one relatively quickly, and I'll show you a few of the key things that you want to do. So you go to courses, hit that little plus button, and then you can start with your new course. So in this course, we're going to call this one Teachable 101, and we're going to call the subtitle How to Create an Excellent Course. So this is going to be my course, which is going to teach people about Teachable. It's only going to be a demo course, so that's okay. So once you're done with that, you can click Create Course. And then we're going to be in our curriculum, which is essentially where you're going to be adding all of the course content. So the great thing with Teachable is that they have it very easy to add all different types of content. So you can add videos, you can add text documents, you can add PDFs, and it's all broken up into little sections. So let's call this first section Introduction, and we're going to add a new lecture. So a lecture is essentially just one little module in your course. So it could be a video file if you like to do video. It could be a text document if you like to just maybe write out some text. You can also have a quiz, which is good if you want to quiz your students on whether or not they're getting the course right. And also you can add code if you're going to be doing a coding based course. But for this one, we're going to be adding a file. So to add a file, all you need to do is click Choose Files, and we're going to go to Course Video 1. Then you can upload. So now you can see that that's now uploaded, and if you want, you can also upload some captions. And you can also turn on comments or turn them off if you don't want people to comment on the videos. But for this, I'll have comments so my students can ask me questions if they want. Now you can also change the title of this video. So this is going to be Course Introduction Video, and then click Save. And then we can either preview it or publish it. So let's preview it and just take a quick look and see what it's going to be like. So I've got Course Introduction Video. And there's my video looking great. And on the left here is where you're going to be getting all of your different content. So the first video is going to be here, all of the different modules. And of course, the students can watch this video as well. So this is the discussion box down here where they'll be able to leave comments about the video. They might have questions, or you might kind of encourage them to leave different answers to questions that you have in the video. But you can see that it does play really quite nicely. And this is a great way of delivering content. So let's go back now and we'll click Publish. Of course, there are no students right now, so it's fine to publish this content, and we'll jump back to the curriculum. So this here is the first section, and it's called Introduction. And if I wanted to add another course video, all I would need to do is click New Lecture. But you might want to break up your course into multiple sections, so it's a little bit easier for them to take in. So if you do want to add a new section, all you need to do is click New Section. And here we're going to be doing a section called Designing Your Course. Click that Create Section. And here we have a new section, and we can create a new lecture. And for this one, let's just make a text lecture. This is some sample text. We'll turn comments on again. We'll call this one Tips for Designing Your Course. And you can see that here is the very first module and the first video. So we've got that there. And then we've also got this next module here. It's really as simple as that. They're the modules that you're going to be getting in Teachable. What I would recommend is adding a mixture of videos, a mixture of text, and it's really going to come down to what you like to do for your own courses. But in my longer tutorial, I'll give you a lot more tips on that. So let's now jump to information. And what information is going to give you all of the information for this specific course. Now, we already checked out the settings for the whole Teachable page, but right here, this is going to be essentially for this Teachable 101 course. So we have our name here, Teachable 101. We have our bio, which you can select. This one's me, but if you have another tutor or a teacher, you can change it. And here's the subtitle, which we already added. You can also add it in a category if you want, and then you can also click Save. Now, the thumbnail is going to be the thumbnail that you're going to be using on your website. So if you have multiple courses, you'll have a thumbnail for each course. So let's add one just for quickly. I'll just add this one here. It's not exactly for this, but you can see that you can quickly upload a thumbnail. And then if you want to have course compliance, which requires students to complete certain parts of the course to be able to move forward, you can also do that, but that's an upgraded feature. And then if you ever want to duplicate the course, and maybe you've made a course and you want to make another one and just change it a little bit, you can do that right here by clicking Duplicate Course. If you ever want to save it, just click Save. From here, we're going to go to Pages now. And these are the pages that we have for your sales page. So essentially, a sales page is where you would link people to give information about your new course on Teachable, and also where they can buy your Teachable course. So you have a sales page, you have a checkout page, and then a thank you page. So obviously the sales page is going to be the main part where people are going to find out all the information, see your curriculum, and then be able to purchase it. When they do want to purchase it, they'll go to this checkout page. And then once they've purchased it, you'll be able to go to this thank you page, which is where you can have like a thank you video and give them some information about the upcoming course. So let's just quickly look at the sales page here. So to edit it, all you need to do is click Edit right here. And you can see that this is your sales page, which is already starting to look pretty good. It's really easy to change how your course looks with Teachable, and it's great because you don't need other landing page softwares, which you might need with other things. So for example, what we can do is edit this banner. All we need to do is click right here. And then we can upload an image. Now, if you want to have an image of yourself, that can be great. So maybe what I'll do is go and upload one of those. Here's my background image. You can have some alt text, but you might want to have the heading text, for example. So let's just have my name, and then let's do something for this course. So you can also have this button here, which allows people to enroll from the very top, and you can change the text if you want. And then of course we can also change the design. So if we want to have a slightly darker background or a lighter background, you can change it here. Then we can change the text color. So let's make this white, and we'll keep that one there dark. So there is our header banner. And then we've got different sections here, which are really easy to change. So for example, if we want to move this text here, all we need to do is drag it and it's going to move. So you can see that the curriculum now is at the top. If we wanted to move that down to the bottom, you can see that we can move it down, and you don't need to know any coding with Teachable, which is great. So this course curriculum is instantly created without you having to do anything. And here are our courses and modules that we already have. If you ever want to delete anything, all you need to do is go down to the bottom and click Delete Block. You can also add new blocks or new sections. To do this, you click Add New Block. And there are a number of different things that you can do. So you can add in your course curriculum, which is this one right here. You can add in an image or some text or a button, or even some custom HTML if you know what you're doing. You can also have an image with text, you can have a banner, or you can also add your pricing. But really, you can be as creative as you want on this page. And then if you ever want to see what it's like, all you need to do is click preview, and then you can check out what the draft looks like. So we have our hero image at the top here. We have this button to enroll. We have our course curriculum, a text and image. And then once we open this, you'll be able to have people enroll in your course. So let's now go to pricing, because this is another important part of Teachable. To do this, we click on pricing, and then you can add a new pricing plan. So essentially with Teachable, you can offer a number of different ways for people to get into your course. So you can have a free course. Why would you want this? Well, this is a really good way to generate leads for your maybe a paid course. So people are going to be able to get into your course by offering their email address. So you can do this with a free course. You can have a subscription. So this is going to be more of a kind of membership. So people would pay, say, $10 a month or $20 a month to access your course. And with that, what I would recommend is always adding some new content every few weeks or every month or so. You can also have a one-time purchase, which is the single payment. So for your course, it might be $80, it might be $200, but this is a great way to make a good amount of money in one go. And you can also have payment plans. And this is a fantastic thing with Teachable. And this is going to allow people to pay a fixed number of payments to get into your course. So not everyone might have $500 to get into your course, but they might be able to pay it at $80 for say 6 months. So you can create that. But for now, we're going to create a one-time purchase. And this course here is going to be $100. You can click add pricing. And we now have this one-time purchase for this course, and it's $100. You can also add another pricing plan. So again, let's do that payment plan just to show you how it's like. So we're going to do this at, let's say, $25 for 5 months. So they're going to pay a little bit more overall, but it's going to be cheaper in the monthly payments. So this is going to be a 5-month payment plan. And then we can click add pricing. So this is a great way to make a little bit of extra money with the payment plan, because a lot of people might think, oh, $100 is a lot, but I can pay $25 upfront now, but they're going to end up paying $125 in the end, whereas they could have paid $100 to get it right now. So it gives them multiple options, and it really does help people out. Now, if we jump back to our course design now, our sales page, you can see that we have our hero image, we have our curriculum, we have this image and text, but you can also see that we now have a pricing plan. So people can instantly sign up for your course. So you can see we have our $100 paid course, or they can choose the payment plan. So it really does give them a straight up way to enroll in the course. So let's say, for example, we're going to do a 5 payments of $25. All they would need to do is click enroll in course, and they'll be able to do it. This here is the checkout page, which we were talking about a little bit before. I'm not going to go too much in depth in this for this short tutorial, but you can see that we have our logo up here. We have our thumbnail, so it is important to have a good thumbnail. We've got our payment plan here with the 5 payments of $25 a month. We've got VAT because I'm in Sweden, and you can see this is the total. If they're going to be logged out, they're going to need to put in their email address, but because I'm logged in, I have my account information here. And then you've got the payment information here for them to pay to get into your course. Once they've done that, they'll be enrolled in the course and they'll be ready to go. Now, there are so many more things that I would love to cover in this tutorial, but because I want to keep this nice and short, we'll just go over it very quickly. But you can see that you can also have drip content, which is essentially going to allow you to drip out your content over a number of weeks or days or months, depending on what you want, rather than allowing your students to have access to the content straight away. This is great as it keeps them coming back for more, because a lot of students will maybe, watch a whole lot of your course straight up. But if you drip out the content, it's going to allow you to really get the information to them over a longer period of time. And this is something that I would highly recommend. If you want to ever have those comments and talk about the comments with your students, this is where they're going to be here. And you can also have coupons and discount codes as well, which you can do as well. Like I said before, if you want to check out the information about your students, you can go up to users and you can see the students right here. You can also take a look at the owners, authors, affiliates, which is something that you can do with affiliate marketing as well. You can see that here. You can also take a look at your sales when they come in. You'll see that they pop up here with your transactions, and you can also do things like upsells, which we'll talk about in my longer tutorial. And then of course you can email your students, which is fantastic as well. Now, when you want to launch your course, what I would recommend is going to plan and then choosing which one you want. Now, for most people, when you're getting started, the basic plan is going to be fine, and it's really quite cheap at $29 a month. But once you've gotten to a certain, maybe let's say you're doing $500 a month or so, I would probably recommend doing the $79 plan, because it's really going to save you a lot of money in the processing fees. Because right here we have 5% transaction fees, whereas with the $79 plan, you're going to have 0% transaction fees. It really doesn't matter. It's totally up to you whether or not you want to do the $29 one or the $79 one. But then, of course, if you do really hit it big, and I really hope you do, you'll have the business plan, which is $399 a month. But I'm not expecting any of you guys to be needing that right now. If you do a monthly plan, it is a little bit more expensive, but again, it's up to you. I'd probably recommend the annual plan, that's only just to save a little bit of money. When you're ready to launch your course, all you need to do is hit upgrade and you'll be ready to go. So there you go, guys. That was a very quick tutorial on how to get started with the basics of Teachable. Now, if you guys do want to get started with Teachable and you want to try it for yourself, I'll put a link in the description box below to that trial for Teachable. It is a fantastic platform and it's worth just checking out. That's it for today, guys. Good luck if you are going to be starting with Teachable. And like I said before, if you do want to try out Teachable, I'll put a link in the description box below and you can check it out. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.